On this edition of How Dumb Can You Be? We go to cdllife.com, one of my favorite websites. No, they are not paying me to say this. I say this because, hey, they help me stay informed and bring stuff to you via video. And here I is. All right, 2 truck drivers arrested for elaborate fuel theft at a Florida truck stop. 2 truck drivers were recently arrested in connection with a scheme to steal hundreds of gallons of diesel fuel from a Love's truck stop in Florida. Truck drivers Jesus, not Jesus for some of you guys, I'm saying Jesus, E. Garcia, and Ever Sierra, what? Man, you must have loved your parents, man, that's a lovely name. Were arrested in Polk and Broward counties on felony fuel theft and fraud charges, according to the Florida Office of Agricultural Law Enforcement. Officials say that 2 men, hang on, Ever Sierra is a man? I thought Ever Sierra was a female. Anyway, I mean, that sounds like a female name. Oh, anyway, maybe it's one of them. You know, one of them. Yeah, you're not seeing what I'm doing with my hand. But one of them. Just say, a good buddy. Maybe it's a good buddy. Hey, officials say 2 men were spotted on security camera footage using bolt cutters to break into fuel pumps at a Love's store in Milton, Florida. That says Florida. Garcia and Sierra allegedly manipulated the internal mechanisms of the fuel pump in order to obtain nearly 500 gallons of diesel for a fraction of the cost. Man, we used to do this back in the day, right? Breaker 19, go to channel 5 for that high-speed chicken feed, and people, I say we, I just heard it on the radio. There was all sorts of high-speed chicken feed. You had all sorts of other stuff, but a lot of things going on. People will take a fuel card, their company's fuel card, and they'll use that fuel card, okay, to go buy other people diesel. And say if diesel costs $2 a gallon, that driver will sell it for like $1 a gallon. Okay, it's totally theft. I don't know if that goes on anymore, but you used to do it all the time. Okay, I've never done it. I just heard it on the radio, because on Channel 19, you heard it all back in the day. Now all you hear on Channel 19 is this. I'm just sitting there saying. The elaborate fuel theft operation resulted in $3,500 worth of property damage. Prosecution is pending in Santa Rosa County's First Judicial Circuit. Yeah, so, I mean, this is one of those things, like, how dumb can you be? Like, you're sitting there, you're going to go and break into these fuel pump thingies, right? When all you have to do, this is how dumb can you be? All you have to do, this is so simple. All you have to do is look up, and you see this eyeball looking right down at you, and you think ain't no one gonna notice. Maybe they have. Maybe they've done this before, but maybe they have. But I highly doubt it. You go to a Love's to go do this, okay? Turn on a pump and get this kind of crap. And I don't know. It's one of those. How can you be this dumb? All right, look at this guy's face right here. Listen, I don't know about you guys. I'm looking at, okay, this guy's got gray hair, but he's got like his tips are coming out. Did he color his hair with gray hair color? Is that what this guy did? And now his roots are starting to come out. Like back in the day when I had hair, I would bleach my hair blonde. I color it blonde. You know, we're talking about the 90s here, okay? What kids did back in the 90s. And I mean, but my roots would, come out, right? And you can see my regular brown hair color, right? And, well, that's what that looks like. It's gray. What's the deal with people coloring their hair gray anymore? I'm just sitting there saying. Anyway, maybe you could have used that $3,500 for some dental work. I ain't one to talk. I'm just sitting there saying, Hey, don't steal fuel from the diesel pumps. It's a no-no. But if you do, don't get caught. Understand, there's a freaking camera up there. This guy literally looks so dumb. Him and his boyfriend, like Jesus E. Garcia and Ever Sierra, the good buddies on. Hey, for some of that good buddy attention, go over to channel 14 for that good buddy. There used to be one. I'm sorry, I'm telling stories here now. There used to be one in South Dallas all the time. This guy drove for Danny Herman. You guys know Danny Herman Trucking Company. I believe that's a faith-based trucking company. I don't know. But there used to be this good buddy, right, that would get on Channel 19, and he's out there looking for other good buddies. And I always hear him go through, I don't know if he had like a dedicated run or something like that, or I always brought to him through South Dallas, because I had a dedicated run and I was always there, and I'd have my radio on. This was back in the day before we, had all the modern conveniences of satellite radio. Well, we had satellite radio, podcasts, YouTube, and all this. When your entertainment for the night was your CB radio, man, you used to hear all sorts of that. And there's this Danny Herman guy sitting there saying, and you always knew he was Danny Herman for some reason. Listen, I'm not telling anything. I just know that was Danny Herman. I know some of you guys are sitting there saying, how'd you know it was a Danny Herman driver? Right? Because he actually said it. I'm in this Danny Herman truck. All right? He wasn't parked at the Pilot. He was parked like on one of those side streets over there where all the freaking drug deals were done, and every now and then you see a bunch of cops around the truck, and there's a driver deceased because someone, some lot lizard robbed them. I'm just sitting there saying, no, I do not participate in good buddy activities. That's not my speed. But these old fellers right here, all right, Jesus Garcia and Ever Sierra, couple of good buddies, are in jail making some old feller having a good old time at a Love's truck stop. Guys, I appreciate you guys watching Bonehead Truckers, okay, on this Thursday. Shout out to CDL Live for putting out amazing freaking news articles for me to read and commentate and add the good buddy stories that everybody wants to know. The good buddy stories. I don't, for some reason I can't know why. Anyways, you guys be safe. Hey, that doggone truck looks familiar. That's a doggone TRC Freight truck. Well, how about that? Hey, I bet that guy's getting 88% of that load. I says 88%, and he picked that load. All right, he picked it, doggone. So, hey, if you want some of that, go to trcandme.com. Go check them out. They offer all sorts of stuff. You got to go see it and call them and all that. Tell them Bonehead Truckers sent you.